Here he is, Kris Kristofferson, live on stage at the Peterborough Country Music Festival.
The scene was a small roadside cafe. Waitress was sweeping the floor. Two truck drivers drinking their coffee. Two oaky kids by the door. How much are them candies, they asked her. How much have you got, she replied. We've only a penny between us. Them was two for a penny, she lied. And the daylight grew heavy with thunder, with the smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. One truck driver called to the waitress after the kids went outside. Them candies ain't two for a penny. So what's it to you, she replied. In silence they finished their coffee, got up and nodded goodbye. She called, hey, you left too much money. So what's it to you, they replied. And the daylight was heavy with thunder, the smell of the rain on the wind. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. Ain't it just like a human? Here comes that rainbow again. Just as last bad road, getting for the train, feeling nearly faded as 19. Bobby pumped the diesel down just before rain, took us all the way to New Orleans. I pulled my harpoon out of my dirty red bandana, from the flowing sand upon the same blue. With that windshield out to slap the time, Bobby clapping hands to find the train. Every song that driver knew. Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. share the secrets of my soul. Standing right beside me, Lord, through everything I've done. Every night she kept me from the cold. And somewhere near Salinas, Lord, I let it slip away. Looking for the home I hope you'll find. And I pray all my tomorrows for one who's single yesterday. Holding Bobby's body next to me. Freedom, just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing ain't worth nothing but it's free. That was good enough for me. Good enough for me, Bobby McGee. If you're feeling salty, I'm your tequila. If you've got the freedom, I've got the time. There ain't nothing sweeter than naked emotion. So you show me your tongue, and I'll show you mine. That a deal? So many people got so many lines. They've all been tried and it's true. They've all got so many reasons for changing your mind, and there ain't none of them new. But there's just so little distance between me and you. I think we're two of a kind. We won't do nothing you don't want to do. I won't tell you no lie. So tell me, how do you feel about fooling around? Down from your head to your toes. No, there ain't nothing realer than right here and now. If that's as far as it goes. Moving around. Spiritually communicating. Risky business. You never miss nothing, you never know. You never know till you try. Hey, we can take it or leave it alone, but we got so little
Hey, it's great to be here in Peterborough. We got a lot of music for you. All the songs are from the heart. Here's one for the Vietnam vets. It's called Shipwrecked in the 80s.
Fight like the devil to just keep your head above water. Chained to whatever you got that you can't throw away. And you're shooting through space on this river of life that you're riding. And it's swirling and sucking you deeper on down every day. So you turn to your trusty old partner to share some old feelings. And you find to your shock that your faithful companion is gone. And the truth slowly dawns that you're lost and alone in deep water. And you don't even know how much longer there is to go on. Whoa, Johnny, help me now! Clung to through so many seasons. The rules of survival in words you could still understand. When they prove something wrong, you believed in so long you go crazy. Identify with that. And the darkness is driving me farther away from the shore. And it's scary out here. Throw me a rhyme or a reason to try to go on. Come on, Johnny. Throw me a rhyme, baby. Take the ribbon from your shake it loose, let it fall. laying soft against my skin, like the shadows on the wall. Come and lay down by my side till the early morning light. All I'm taking is your time. Help me make it through tonight. I don't care what's right or wrong. I don't try to understand. Let the devil take tomorrow. Lord, tonight I need a friend. Yesterday, dead and gone. Tomorrow's out of sight. And it's bad to be alone. Help me make it through tonight. Some things don't change. I stand on the stairway, my back to the dungeon, the doorway to freedom, so close to my hand. Voices behind me still bitterly damn me for seeking salvation. They don't understand. Lord, help me to shoulder the burden of freedom and give me the courage to be what I can. And when I am wounded by those who condemn me, Lord, help me forgive them. They don't understand. Seen another soldier who got wasted in the war. Said he left his soul there overseas. The notion he defended doesn't matter anymore. Circumstance had brought him to his knees. We sat there in the stillness of a cold and empty room. Down the hall I heard a baby cry. We looked up from the the potion he was cooking in a spoon. Nailed me with anger in his eyes. He said, do you really believe in freedom? I said, I do. He said, oh, what about me? They killed both of her parents in an undercover war for wanting all their children to be free. She said it's even sadder that it's in El Salvador. They named it for the Savior, don't you see? Suddenly the truth was like a blinding flash of light. Holy thunder rolled across the sky. I stared into the wonder of the warrior Jesus Christ. Destiny was burning in his eyes. He said, do you really believe in freedom? I said, I do. He said, oh, what about me? And the man in Cuba said, do you really believe in freedom? I said, I do. He said, oh, what about me? And the Sandinista said, do you really believe in freedom? I said, I do. He said, oh, what about me? Thank you. I sing it to my kids. My daddy was a charmer, boys. He had a lot of style. He was the shining best at everything he did. Said that he could lighten up a room with just a smile. I was proud as hell to be his kid. It seemed like just as we were growing close together, he was gone. But it was long enough to show what I could be. And I sometimes feel his spirit fill my body like a song. This is what my daddy sings to me. If they deal you down and dirty in a way you don't deserve, you feel better if you take it like a man. If you let them drive you crazy, boy, they'll shut your business down. Shake it off and get your licks in when you can. 'Cause the heart is all that matters in the end. They say every song is sweeter when you're singing from the heart. I won't knock it 'cause I tried, it's true. I may never get to heaven, but I've seen a lot of stars. And I'm here to bring the same advice to you. If they deal you down and dirty in a way you don't deserve, you feel better if you take it like a man. If you let them drive you crazy, boy, they'll shut your business down. Shake it off and get your licks in when you can. 'Cause the heart is all that matters in the end. The heart is all that matters
brand new one. Thank you. One war that the third world is watching with intense clarity is the war that the United States is waging undeclared and undercover against the tiny nation of Nicaragua in Central America. It's next song is about the American eagle. It's called Aguila del Norte, the eagle from the north.
Did anybody see them? Heard there was a baby. Somebody heard her crying. Weaker through the night. They beat her mama bloody, shot her with her daddy. Was the terror from above. El Aguila del Norte, Aguila del Norte, down in Nicaragua, running from the shadows. Striking holy terror, deeper in the heart. You believe in freedom, you believe in justice, but not in Nicaragua, not in Nicaragua. See your power and the beauty of your freedom. What is in your heart? You believe in honor. You believe in Jesus. Not in Nicaragua. Not in Nicaragua. Teach your children. Is the root of all evil love money? Is the root of all evil love money? Is the work of the devil love money? She began running for the border in her life. Not going straight into the terror of the night. And she survived, bargaining her body for that gold. Selling was her soul. That's the way it goes. Love of money is the root of all evil. Love of money reaching for the future like a dream. In the land where everything was free. We'll live in, turn their profits into war. No one knows who we're really fighting for. I tell you, brother, love of money, and it's the root of all evil. Love of money is the root of all evil. Love of money is the work of the devil. Love of money, bring it down. Love of money is the root of all evil. Love of money is the root of all evil. Love of money is the work of the devil. Love of money. Now I realize y'all paid good money to get in here tonight, and we ain't working for nothing. But I promise you, we ain't doing it for the money. Love of money. Thank you. I'd like to introduce you to the rest of the border lords up here. Starting with the man who opened up the show. He's probably the purest soul on the planet. He comes from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. His music comes straight from the heart to you. Billy Swan. At that keyboard, we have the legendary Alabama leaning man out of Muscle Shoals, Alabama. He writes some of the best soul songs in the world. Funky Donnie Fritz. That gray-headed bass player, the man with all the moves, is our soul man out of Memphis, Tennessee, Hungry Tommy McClure. Directly behind me is the best drummer out of rock and roll out of Jonesboro, Arkansas, Slammin' Sammy Creason. Playing the harmonica at that keyboard is a triple threat from Fort Worth, Texas. He plays everything up there on the stage, writes great songs, sings like an angel, and he hates to lose. Glenn Clark. That wizard in the hat over there, it's his birthday today, comes from San Pedro, California. Danny Tim, semi-genius. Out of Fort Worth, Texas, the wild card of the group on lead guitar, Stephen Root. I come from Brownsville, Texas. And if I look like a mean old man, that's what I am. If I look like a mean old man, that's what I am. If I look like a mean old man, who'll do you any way he can to break your heart and touch your hand, that's what I am. If I look like a good old friend, that's what I am. If I look like a good old friend, that's what I am. If I look like a good old friend who's good at bending with the wind, to be your friend right to the end, that's what I am. If I look like a voodoo doll, that's what I am. If I look like a voodoo doll, that's what I am. If I look like a voodoo doll who takes his licking, standing tall, who'd rather fight you back and call him
see the ruin on the hill where the smoke is hanging still, like an echo of an age long forgotten. There's a story of a home crushed beneath those blackened stones, and the roof that fell before the beams were rotten. Cecil Darby loved his wife, and he labored all his life to provide her with material possessions. And he built for her a home of the finest wood and stone, and the building soon became his sole obsession. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around, and the gables reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground, bed, there was precious little sun in the moments that he'd set aside for sleeping, 'cause his busy dreams were filled with the rooms he'd yet to build, and he never heard young Ellen Darby weeping. Then one night he heard a sound as he laid his pencil down, and he traced it to her door and turned the handle, and the pale light of the moon through the window of the room split the shadows where two bodies lay entangled. Oh, it took 300 days for the timbers to be raised, and the silhouette was seen for miles around. The eagles reached as high as the eagles in the sky, but it only took one night to bring it down. When Darby's castle tumbled to the ground, I was running through the summer rain and trying to catch that evening train and feel the old familiar pain weaving through my tangled brain. But when I tipped my bottle back, I smacked into a cop I didn't see. That policeman said, Mr. Cool, if you ain't drunk, then you're a fool. I said, if that's against the law, then tell me why I never saw a man locked in that jail of yours who wasn't either black or poor as me. Well, after swim, someone turned out the light. I wound up in jail to spend the night and dream of all the wine and lonely girls in this best of all possible worlds. I woke up next morning feeling like my head was gone, feeling like my thick old tongue was licking something sick and wrong. I told that man I'd sell my soul for something wet and cold as that old cell. That kind jailer grinned at me, all eaten up with sympathy, and poured himself another beer, came and whispered in my ear, if booze was just a dime a bottle, boy, you couldn't even buy the smell. I said I knew there was something I liked about this town. It takes more than that to bring me down.
still a lot of wine, lonely girl, in this best of all possible world. Course, that was a long time ago, don't you know? We don't get in trouble like that anymore. He does. Told me they were gonna set me free, that I'd be leaving town if I knew what was good for me. I said it's nice to learn that everybody's so concerned about my health. I said I won't be leaving no more quicker than I can, 'cause I've enjoyed about as much of this as I can stand. I don't need this town of yours more than I never needed nothing else. But there's still a lot of drinks that I ain't drunk and I ain't going to. There's lots of pretty thoughts that I ain't done. And Lord, there's still so many lonely girls in this best of all possible world. In my life, I told that man I was an optimist. He thought I said communist. The book at me. I just believe the bright side is the right side. This one comes from England. It's called Casey's Last Ride. Casey joins the hollow sound of silent people walking down the stairway to the subway in the shadows down below, following their footsteps through the neon darkened corridors of silent desperation, never speaking to a soul. The poison air he's breathing has the dirty smell of dying, 'cause it's never seen the sunshine, it's never felt the rain. But Casey minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echo of the clicking of the turnstiles, the rattle of his chain. Oh, she said, Casey, it's been so long since I've seen you. Here, she said, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she said, I put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she said, Casey, can you only stay a while? Underground and stops inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his phone. Seeing his reflection in the lives of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep from going home. never glancing in the mirror at the people passing by. Then he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. I suppose you seldom think about me. Now, she said, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she said, it's so blessed good to feel your body. She said, Casey, it's a shame to be alone.
Thank you.
Like a man, stand up and be tested and be true. Would you like to be a hero in your life? Well, you can. Did you know it's up to you? Would you trade your place with Jesus on the cross if you could? Shining through eternity. Would it bother you to know that you can be just as good as you really want to be? And if you're bound to do your duty, then it's time that you do. Look your future in the face for the most important person in the world, which is you. The whole damn human race. There's a holy band of angels flying high through the night, where no mortal ever tried, singing holy, 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 oh Jesus Christ, the Lord Almighty God.
The good thing is, you don't have to be as good as Jesus to start out with. All you have to do is ask yourself, how would Gary Cooper have handled it? Or John Kennedy? Or Martin Luther King? Or Malcolm X?
And there's a holy band of angels flying high through the night, where no mortal
Thank you.
Kris Kristofferson and Billy Swan, live and direct from the Peterborough Country Festival. Terrific. Brought to you by BBC Local Radio Network. And what a good live mix. And that was by our very own Paul Smith and his Merry Men. What have you got for us, Nick?
Rise of old friend Kris Kristofferson, and I asked him how his European tour had been so far.
Oh, it's been exhausting, but it's been real satisfying, especially in Austria. We had
Played
three
Vienna.
three sold-out nights. Yeah, Vienna, Graz, and I can't remember the name of the middle one. It was in a castle up on a hill.
Wow.
Beautiful, beautiful.
And those are the 3 European dates. Is that all?
We played 2 in Oslo. There weren't as many bigger crowds there, but they were good shows. So
Now you're here.
yeah.
Looking forward to tonight, I suppose.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And did I spot you jogging this morning along the River Nene?
Yeah, my wife and I went out for about an hour, and it was nice.
You actually got clear of the fans for that long, did you?
Yeah, Billy Swan had run the route there before, and he told me how to get there. There's a little bike path that goes out
Yeah.
along the river.
Something you look for when you get to... I know Willie always does,
Yeah.
doesn't he? Willie always
Yeah.
looks for somewhere to
Yeah.
jog.
Yeah,
In fact, the last time he came to London, he turned down a hotel. He said, there's nowhere to jog.
he did.
Yeah, he went to
We're
Hyde Park. He stayed
Hyde
on Hyde Park so
yeah.
he could jog around the
Yeah.
park.
I've jogged a few miles in Hyde Park.
No, new album. There was a long delay in. We were expecting in about February, and then there seemed to be a long delay. It was withheld for some time, wasn't it?
For a while, I think it was because Chips was arguing. Chips Moman was the
Yeah.
producer, and he was having an argument with the record company or with somebody about payment. So once again, we get stuck
Always
in the
the
middle.
sensitive
Yeah.
things that hold it up like money, isn't it?
Yeah. It has nothing to do with anything else. You know.
Chris, you want to pick a track up that we can play? I think El
what do you
Coyote is a
think?
current single, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Well, we can play that.
A very good album, Chris. It's a real,
Thanks.
it's a real strong comeback album. You told us before. Now you're on a kind of a roll with your songwriting, right?
Yeah, well, we just cut a new one as well, but I don't know when it's going to release or who's going to release it because the record company's a little afraid of it. But T-Bone Burnett produced it. It's,
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Yeah,
He made a
he's
very good
on
album
a roll.
himself. Yeah.
yeah, he's got a good album with Los Lobos that's
Yeah.
doing good. So.
I'll tell you what I wanted to ask you. We were arguing, my producer and I, we were listening to Sunday Morning Coming Down a couple of weeks ago. We were looking for a version, and we played Ray Price's, and I said, you know, he doesn't ever sound as if he had a beer for breakfast, otherwise he wouldn't sing like that. And
You know, Ray probably has had beers for breakfast, but he doesn't sing like that.
No.
You know, when I worked at Columbia as a janitor, he didn't even have a country band. He had a huge orchestra.
Strange, that's right, yeah. And you couldn't imagine him putting on his cleanest dirty shirt either. You imagine
No, he wears a tuxedo.
dirty white shirts all in a row. Have you got any favourite cover versions? People?
Well, I think John sounds pretty authentic.
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
And somebody
And,
always says that bell in there makes them kind of shiver when it goes ding.
Well, and it was a very big record for me. It was it won the Country Song of the Year award for the CMA, and that was the first big award that I ever won.
Chris, thanks a lot for being with us here. I know you've got a press conference waiting for you, thousands of people
Yeah.
over there. You've got to get ready for your performance. Great to see you again, as ever. You're looking
always,
so fit.
always. Well, I'm trying to stay there. I was thinking today when I saw you how many years we've gone back to.
30 years.
30 years, man.
Yeah.
I don't even like to admit it. And in order to stay out on the road, you got to stay.
I shall take up your...
Oh, man, you're looking sharp. You don't look like you've aged a lot.
I shall lose a bit, having seen how good you're looking. Great, Chris. Thanks a
Good
lot
to
for
see you,
joining
man.
us on the
Yeah.
club.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning.
There was a great moment for me last week when I met one of my great heroes, Kris Kristofferson, just before he went and faced Derek Jameson unarmed and unafraid and lived to tell the tale in the glorious Shepherd's Bush Theatre. He fixed me with his steely eyes and told me about his early days.
I was here from 58 through 60 at Oxford, and
Doing what?
reading English language and literature at Merton College, and got my degree. And
Wasn't there someone called Chris Carson
Oh,
who
yeah,
you used to be involved
yes.
with? Who was he?
when I was at Merton, I signed up with a manager named Paul Lincoln, who used to he managed Tommy Steele.
Tommy Steele, yeah.
And had a club called the Two Eyes. In fact, he was a wrestler also. He wrestled under the name of Dr. Death, I believe. He tried to get me a career in music here. I was
I was writing songs then, not very good ones, but I cut some records. I cut 6 sides for Top Rank.
Oh,
and Tony Hatch produced them, as a matter of fact. They didn't ever get released, and I hope they don't exist because I was terrible, you know, because I don't think I knew what I was doing then. But it didn't have anything to do with the music. So when I got into it as a life occupation, I decided to start at the bottom and learn what I was doing, and fortunately that's right where I landed.
That was with American Columbia Records.
Yeah, I was a janitor there for about a year and a half.
So with all this background that you've had in the army and a footballer, a writer, an actor, a composer, do you draw on all your experiences? Do you draw on them when you write songs? I mean, for instance, were you ever busted flat in Baton Rouge?
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if I was in Baton Rouge. I wasn't. When I was in Baton Rouge, actually, I was flying a helicopter for petroleum helicopters. And that's where I was when I wrote the song. But I've been busted flat in a lot of places around the world, and I've had a lot of different jobs because I always thought I was going to be a writer when I grew up. I wanted to be like Hemingway. I ran in front of the bulls in Pamplona. You know,
Going off at a tangent, Bobby McGee must be one of the most recorded songs ever. My favourite is Jerry Lee, because he boogies it.
I love Jerry.
You can't understand the word.
Everything that Jerry Lee does, I love. The first time I heard Jerry Lee sing a song of mine was not by McGee. It was a song called Once More with Feeling. It was the first time I saw somebody transform a song into something that was like wasn't even mine. You know, it's like he took it, and that's the biggest thrill you can have.
Now, the new album over here is called Repossessed. Now, that sounds like a title with a story behind it. Why is it called that?
Well, it's actually a double meaning. Some pretty hot-blooded songs that are concerned with some controversial things going on today. And they had a lot of passion in them. And they were about a couple about Nicaragua. Also, the last album that we had cut had literally been repossessed. It had gone under with Monument Records, which was slowly sinking in the West. The main meaning though was that the fire was back.
One marvelous surprise I had looking at Repossessed was in very tiny print. Carl Perkins is in there.
Yeah, well, Carl's an old friend. And beautiful human being, and aside from being a great guitar picker, he just happened to be in the studio. It was in Memphis.
And Billy Swan is here with you. Are you looking forward to Peterborough?
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to playing in England.
Well, we're certainly looking forward to seeing you. Thanks very much for talking to us, Kris Kristofferson.
Well, thank you.
Thank you. Put it there, pal. Put it there.
Well, I woke up Sunday morning with no way to hold my head. Didn't hurt,